Rocco versus Collins. So let me hand you over now to my colleague, Mr. Lee Bamber.
Well, thank you, Mick. Yes, welcome to ringside. And what a match this is going to be. Danny Collins in the red trunks versus the rollerball Rocco in the usual familiar striped gear.
This match has got all the ingredients of a cracker, Lee. It's a classic hero versus villain bout. Rocco, the all-action tearaway, bends the rules, takes any unfair advantage he can get away with. Lives in the Canary Islands, commutes to England, Japan, the continent, and is in great shape.
Brian George, the referee from Liverpool, in charge of this one, and he's certainly going to have eyes in the back of his head with these two.
And of course, Danny Boy Collins, one of the most popular men in the business, will certainly have the crowd behind him. A great athlete, brilliant wrestler, super fit. Had a bad injury about 18 months ago, but as you can see now, it's no problem at all.
Rollerball taking a breather there outside the ring after that super drop kick from Danny Collins. Danny's giving away a little bit of weight here. 13 stone 7 pounds for the rollerball and 12 stone 9 of Danny Collins. Danny sets off, flying drop kick, sending the rollerball straight into the crowd.
Oh, that was lovely. Right on the old stomach, right out the ring. Yeah, I didn't like that at all, Rocco.
Not exactly in the rules of wrestling, as Brian George says, but neither is that.
Oh, that's a bit diabolical there, right across the nut with that plank. He must get a public warning for this, Lee. He's got to. That's it, yep, he gets the first public warning, and quite right.
Hardly surprising, really. Rocco once said, you never remember the nice guys that lose. He's in there to win, and if you can do that in the first round, then that's what he wants to do. See the look on his face. He knows he can beat Danny Collins. Of course, Danny will have other ideas. Flying drop kick from that top rope.
Marvellous, marvellous move. Back somersault up in the top corner and a beautiful drop kick.
American-style tactics here. There's a long way down from that top rope.
Oh, beautiful suplex, and the cover. No, Danny's out. I thought he had him there, Lee.
It wasn't far off. Who would have thought when you see the rollerball in action that he had recently spent 6 hours on the operating table for a bad back, comes back to professional wrestling and takes flying moves just like that.
Well, Rocco's getting on top now. Like I said before, it never stops. Keeps going, going, going. Don't give his opponents a minute's peace.
Danny in a bit of trouble there. 24-year-old Danny Collins from Bristol. Won the British welterweight title at 17 and then added the European belt at 18.
Oh, this could be interesting. Oh, he's lost his balance. Very unlike Rocco, that. Come on, Danny, now he's got a chance now. Get into him. That's it, that's it. Well, back comes Rocco with a kick to the stomach.
Well, the rollerball always wrestled with the tenacity of a caged animal. Little regard for the rules. In the ropes, referee George is going to have to say, break the hold there. Not part of the rules of British professional wrestling.
Could be a bit painful, this, Lee. It restricts the breathing, and yeah, it's not very comfortable there. Anyway, I think George will have him out any time at all. Yep, he's out.
What sort of effect has that had on young Danny Collins? Rollerball using that ring to his advantage again. Misses again. Down on the knee.
Missed him by a mile there, didn't he? Missed him by a couple of feet at least. Oh, that's a good move. That winded him.
One of the rollerball specialities, that, but it didn't work this time. Rollerball Rocco has had a series of injuries over the course of his career. He broke his leg in Oman, his ankle in Japan, his back, and he still wrestles like this.
Oh, that's a lovely move. What a lovely combination, that. He's pinned him, I think. No, he's out. Oh, what a brilliant move, Lee.
So close as well. The referee counted 2.5 there. Very nearly the 3.
Well, that could be a bit painful. Dropped him right across, right in the old stomach, right across the top rope.
Typical Rocco move, really. Weaken your opponent, keep weakening him, and then go for the kill until he submits.
Like I said, non-stop. It just keeps going, going, going. Not a minute's peace.
Well, in the late 80s, Danny Boy Collins voted the most popular wrestler in Great Britain. As we enter the 1990s, he's still up there, top of the bill wherever he wrestles, but he's having his work cut out today.
Well, I think Rocco must qualify for one of the most unpopular. Mind you, the crowd still love him.
Rocco won the World Heavy Middleweight Championship belt in August 1981. He's had a few upsets along the way, but he's still got that championship belt now.
Rocco's always great value for money. Nobody goes to sleep or reads the paper while Rocco's on.
The maniac, the master of disaster.
Well, he missed that elbow drop again. Both men a little bit distressed now. Rocco back to the attack again, takes the leg. Has a little bit of a breather, I think.
Superbly out of that.
Yeah, lovely. One leg drop kick there, right on the old whiskers. Ooh, that wasn't very pleasant. Right in the old pit of the stomach.
And Danny fell back. Of course, there is corner padding, but behind that corner padding, pure metal hooks. Danny really knows how much that particular move hurt. Pile driver and a press, the cover, count of 2.
Wasn't a great pile driver that. It never came down too heavy. That unpleasant, but oh, he's missed him again with that reverse rug. Missed him completely.
Trying the Rocco special and come unstuck again. Danny Collins can see that coming too quick. Tries for the body check, but now a possible pile driver. Higher this time. Cause more trouble, but no. It's Rocco. Down he goes.
Oh, why didn't he cover him, Lee? Must have had him pinned there for 3. He could have covered him. Must be very weary, Danny. Maybe that little bit of weight is giving away tells in the long run. But he could have had him well covered there, couldn't he?
He could. He's hurt Danny as well, this. So I think both men are now tied. They've given their all. Into the ropes. Referee Brian George from Liverpool tells him to stand back.
Bit of a stalemate, this. Not getting anywhere. I think Brian George will just have to take that leg out. A little bit painful, not very nice, but no problem, I don't think.
Of course, Mark Rollerball Rocco learned quite a lot of his dirty tricks from his dad, Jumping Jim Hussey.
It was a great favourite of mine when I was younger.
Another good all-action star. We once asked him why the rollerball breaks the rules, and his dad said, well, you can't breed lambs from lions. How true. Posting early for Christmas.
He didn't like that. That makes the old eyes water, that one. Oh, Danny missed with a drop kick. Very unusual, that, Lee. Missed with a drop kick.
They normally connect, and connect well with Danny Collins. Backbreaker. Danny scrambling to get out of that, which he does.
Body check. Another body check. Oh, over the top.
Oh, very, very nasty, very painful. Now, what kind of landing have these two had?
Well, Danny's okay. He's going to get back. No, Rocco's pulled him back.
The count's on them.
They got to get back.
The bell goes. They failed to beat the count, both of them. I think it's a double knockout.
Yeah, they must have been out of the ring for about 15 or 16 there, Lee. Double knockout, no contest.
Both wrestlers failing to beat the counts.